Okay, 10 for update. Now that we've made it out alive, type shit. The 10 for update. So I definitely turned my phone off like a few minutes after 1 p.m. because it was at 1:20 p.m. I definitely turned the hoe off. TVs was already off. And I went outside to ground during that time, had my feet in the grass or whatever, just connecting and all that good stuff. Tell me why my black ass get back in the house. I turned my phone on like 12 minutes after it was done, right? At like 1:32. And they ended up getting my ass anyways. But I realized that like I was supposed to hear it because I was supposed to receive like some messages and downloads from hearing and shit. Like I was receiving shit while it was happening, I guess, like when my phone was turned off. But then when I heard it, it like triggered something. Like I definitely felt stuff, seen stuff, heard stuff, all that good stuff. So this is an update in just like the download, some of the downloads and channel messages that I received while that shit was going on. So for one, it was like, okay, remember in the last video, like I really didn't even want to post that junk, but it was like something was like leading me to like post it anyways, to like just share the information on like this happening, just like so people can be aware, right? But I didn't really feel as if it was like a pressing issue. It would just feel like I needed to make people aware of it, but not that it was like that serious or no shit like that. And so I realized today, like when that shit was going on, like why it wasn't that pressing, I guess. And it was because like the frequencies wasn't going to affect everybody. It was going to affect a very, very small percentage of people. There's a specific group of people that I believe that frequency was supposed to target, that was supposed to like disrupt in the body. And not even the people who like, I haven't really listened to much of the conspiracy theory around 10-4 and the reason why they send out a frequency and all that shit. However, I have like read some things and listened to like maybe two people. And I remember hearing or reading, but I feel like I heard it. I remember hearing somebody say something like the frequency was supposed to affect people that got the jibby jab, right? But I don't. That's not who the frequency was supposed to be affecting. Not the people that got the jibby jab, but like I said, a very smaller group of people, certain people, specific people, and I can't even say who these people are. But it's just like if you know, you know, type of vibe. It's like if it resonates with you, if you feel some shit, if you feel some shit, then yeah, that's what it was. Um, yeah, okay, so I'm feeling like okay, yeah, the downloads that I received while I was grounding. Yeah, I'm feeling like them jumps was for me, but the one I received after I heard that jump was definitely the ones I'm supposed to share. So I ended up hearing it any fucking ways after I had turned my phone back on for a brief little minute. And it was like, it was the things that I felt. Now, when I heard it, I had to go back outside immediately and ground because I did feel off. Like, this is not me being dramatic or no shit like that. I'm being 100% honest. I felt off as soon as I heard that shit. It was like, it was like something in my body just like clicked. It was like, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was just like something clicked. And, I immediately was like trying to turn my phone off, like damn near in panic, trying to turn the hoe off because I don't know, I wasn't trying to hear that shit. And I ended up turning it back off, but by that time I had already heard it and I felt off, went back outside, grounded again, kind of like sat in the grass with my hands in the grass this time to like do a full on like transference of like any energy that I had felt. So these are the symptoms that I felt after these. Oh, and okay, so there was things that I like. It was like multiple senses like clicking in at once, like multiple like clear abilities clicking at once. So it was like when I heard the frequency, I seen, felt, and something else. I seen and felt something. And it was another ability that tapped in, but I can't even remember which one it fucking was right now. Which is crazy. But I seen and felt it. So I'm feeling like what I seen may have been like the intention of like what the fuck they wanted to happen. Or like maybe this shit happened in a different timeline. That shit just ain't happen here type shit. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I'ma just say, oh, what I tasted. That's what it was. My taste, my feeling, and my 555 when I said that. And my eye, like they all clicked at once. So I was tasting a blood slash mercury taste in my mouth. And what I seen was like that same type of taste that was in my mouth. I seen that coming out of my mouth and my ears. And it was like when I heard the frequency, it was like I could see like an internal me like scrunching up and like screaming out loud, and I just was like, what the fuck? Like that shit was throwing me out because it's like obviously I wasn't doing it on this timeline. Like I wasn't in the moment performing those actions. However, I'm in the moment and I'm seeing, hearing, and feeling all of this shit at once. So it's still throwing me off, right? It's still like kind of overwhelmed my nervous system in that moment. That's why, like I said, went directly back outside and just was like, yeah, I'm about to give all this back to Mama Earth. Yeah, so that was what I was feeling and sensing at first. Like I said, it was like a bloody slash mercury taste in my mouth. And then when I went into the bathroom, what happened when I went into the bathroom? Oh yeah, when I went to the bath. Oh, my body symptoms. Okay, so my body started to feel like that one time I had. That one time I had the vid. That one time I had the vid. And it was like when I caught that hoe, it was before they even like officially announced it in the US. So I had got it at the end of January going into February of 2020, and they didn't announce it until the end of February, the beginning of March of 2020. However, like I said, people had already got the shit before they announced it. So when I called it, my body was saying, this is not the flu, this is not the flu. Like I knew it wasn't the flu, but I didn't know what the fuck it was because they didn't say nothing about this shit that they had made in the lab yet. Anyways, I said all this to say, I remember like what my body felt like in the beginning before all the symptoms really started to kick in. And that's how my body was feeling in the bathroom. And that was like, I say 5 to 10 minutes after I had heard the actual alarm go off on my phone. This was like vid symptoms, like the beginning of this shit. It was like I was feeling it in my body because I felt all these senses going off at once. Like it was like my throat was feeling weird. It was like a ear, nose, and throat thing going on. It just kind of felt like, I don't know, I don't like congested or like I had a fucking cold or some shit, and I don't. Like I don't have a fucking cold, and it was like that's how I was feeling all of a sudden, 5 to 10 minutes after I heard that shit. Once I was in the bathroom, right, and then my back started to hurt a little bit while the ear, nose, and throat shit is going on. all of a sudden, this is all of a sudden. This came out of no fucking word just after I heard the shit. My lower back started hurting. My back was hurting when I had the vid that one time. Like, on some serious shit, like this shit was hurting extremely bad. And it was like, it started out in my lower back, and it was like, it started out kind of moderate, and it was like, this what I was feeling like. So it was like all those symptoms at once. And I'm thinking like, okay, this had to have been triggered by the frequency. And then it started making me think back when like people were saying that the vid wasn't even a V word at all, but it was the 5G frequencies, like the towers that was putting out. It was like a cause and effect from like the 5G frequencies. Like this was the shit started making me think about after my body was feeling this. I don't know. This is just me just like really just documenting this shit. And like just kind of putting it out there. Yeah, ooh, 11:11. For no other reason other than like we just piecing shit together. Like we don't be knowing shit. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Okay, no, there was something else I forgot to add. So keeping all this shit in mind, there was everything that happened after I heard the shit. Before I heard it, when I had turned my phone off, I was outside and I was looking at the sky. Y'all know I like to analyze the fucking sky, the clouds and shit. I love to call out when the clouds is fake and shit. And so I was looking up at the sky and I was peeping what the fuck was going on. I realized that we didn't have like none of the real clouds out today, right? So I go to the mailbox and I look up at the sky and I see that like the sky is like cloudy as fuck, but I don't smell no rain. I don't smell no rain because these ain't fucking rain clouds. These are not natural clouds, right? And as you notice, it did not rain today. However, it was just cloudy and dark and gloomy as fuck today, but it did not rain. So that was like the earlier part of the day when I checked the mailbox, and then later, a little bit later on, when I came back outside after I cut my phone off, I was looking at the sky and I realized that like I couldn't see the sun. I couldn't see Ra, but it was like I looked up and it was like this little bitty ass hole. You could tell that's where the sun was. It just looked weird as fuck. And I tried to take a picture of it on my camera and it didn't come out the way like my eyes was seeing it. It just looked weird. And so I realized that like the reason why the sky is looking how it was looking today because I'm pretty sure like I ain't checked the solar flares today. However, I just feel like in my spirit, in my heart of hearts, the solar flares was solar flaring the fuck up today, and that's why the sky looked the way it did. Because even with, and it's like it's so many like layers in the sky right now. It's like it's thick as fuck, and it's like I realized that earlier when I was outside because I was seeing how small the sun looked. And like we know how fucking big the sun is. We know how bright that motherfucker shine. And the fact that like the sun wouldn't even like penetrating through the clouds at all. At all. I'm like, yo, you know how fucking dense the shit is? The shit above our head is right now. You know how fucking dense that shit gotta be? You know how thick? You know how many layers of whatever the fuck they made to cover the sky? You know how many layers that shit is to have the sun so fucking small and so dull that it's like not shine like no rays are shining nowhere. That's insanity. So I was just connecting the dots with the frequency and all that shit. I feel like it was more of an attack on a certain group of people. And I'm feeling like the way the sky is covered, like even right now, it's like the sky is still like covered. Like you don't see not one star, not one planet. I say planet because we be thinking we be looking at stars, but a lot of times we be looking at planets. But you don't see not one star, not one planet. You don't see the moon. You don't see shit. Like you don't see absolutely nothing because it's this thick ass whatever the fuck. Like they're trying to hide something. Like they're trying to block out something. This is all very purposeful and very intentional, right? So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure the solar flares were solar flaring today, and they thought that this combination of things was going to stop or delay or not be as penetratable, I guess, to certain people frequencies, the upgrades and all that stuff, which is false. It's false. Yeah, the shit crazy. I ain't gonna speak too much on it because it's like most people don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about or they don't believe it, but it don't matter because the message ain't for them no fucking ways. If you don't believe it, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, then this shit ain't for you anyways. But yeah, just my observations of fucking today. Of motherfucking today. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. Bye.